We have my daughter's karate class. It's a Father's Day class. It's pretty funny because her instructor now is my first ever instructor.
You've been practicing, haven't you?
Yeah.
You forgot? You don't remember if you practiced your push-ups?
No, I forgot to.
You forgot to practice.
Started when I was 15 years old with Sensei Montez, and now she started her first experience now. Same organization, same instructors.
You got one more, you got one more.
Let's go, on the bags. Don't worry, I'll line you guys up.
Today's supposed to be a lighter day anyways. It's good just to move around a little bit, get a little bit of a sweat going, not trying to kill it. All the work's been done already.
Make sure that front hand's up and bring it back.
This is just something for me to do with my daughter, and I'm going to be gone for the next 7 days, so it's good for me to spend this time with her. So there's no way that it was, no matter what my schedule was looking like, I gotta give this time to her, because again, I'm going to be gone for 7 days, and she's getting older, and she's understanding more of what I do now.
And go!
Getting a little bit more nerve-wracking for her, so anything that I can do to kind of like ease her mind and just spend time with her before I leave.
So step in, 1, 2, and back. Very simple combination, right? Okay, so kid's gonna go, parents gonna go, kids go, dads go, kids go, dads go. You got 1 round. I opened up my school with Tiger Schulman's in 2005, and he was just, back then, man, I look back at video, he was a scrawny little kid, skinny. He says he's walking around with confidence. It's like, before you know it, he was trying to take me on, and I knew it was like, he came in with a dream. All you gotta do is follow the path, you know, and that's all I do. All I do is open the door, show them the way, but each of my students walks their own path, and he took it and ran with it.
Get her a crayon,
I've been training since I was 15, and to see my students grow up to achieve greatness, that's it for me.
Pietra born in 2018, my older one. As far she born in the pandemic, pretty situation for me because everything was closed and I had no place to work. Was doing private classes at home, and I remember one of the students, Rodrigo, and when I go to PFL, I spoke him like, Rodrigo, it's possible if you pay me for the classes for the next month. And he told me how much you need for all your bills. I was like, man, call me back 5 minutes later, come here in the office and grab your check. I believe you're gonna be the champion. And we did it. And this kind of person make me able to become a champion. I wanna be the first one with 3 belts. So the PFL, so 2023 and 4, I will give my best.
So tell me about this next fight. I know it's very personal for you. It's your friend.
For people who don't know, they scheduled me to fight my best friend. Simple like that. I think he is the best fighter in the show, in the division. As an opponent, it's a terrible situation. Because this is faith. Faith is like sometimes you need to step in fire to see the miracle. And nothing gonna change. We're gonna dinner together after the fight. We family. He's the godfather of my first daughter. It's a weird situation. It's a weird situation. But I think, it's gonna be a great story.
RAUSH is my friend a long time, you know, like almost 10 years. And we train like with each other like for a long time, you know. I know his game, he knows my game.
Canedeira não? Não, vamos fazer primeiro só aquele que nem a gente faz o drillzinho de wrestling.
In the cage, you know, he is my opponent, you know. But this is a little bit hard for me, for him, you know. But yeah, this is the part of the show.
This fight is really, really important, you know. The second fight in PFL. And if I won, I go to the playoffs, and yes, I can be the first world PFL 3 times champion. And let's get it.
So obviously Vegas didn't go the way I planned. I mean, it is what it is. The good thing about it was that I had this date, June 23rd, already locked in and in sight. So get that bad taste out of my mouth, on to the next one, and I got an opponent that's coming to take me out like I'm coming to take him out. So I'm excited for this matchup. It's a great matchup. Yeah, so we're both in the same position where we have to get a finish in this fight. Obviously, we both came up short in our last one. Getting that quick 6 is basically almost a lock. Like I said, I'm in a position where a decision win's just not going to be enough, so I have to go out there and I have to break that gas pedal, break my foot on that gas pedal, and hunt that finish from the first bell to the last bell, and that's exactly what I plan on doing. All right, I need to go downstairs and grab my... You being silly? You love the camera? 2 kids already. I got a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. Now I got my wife, just about 9 months pregnant.
No jumping!
She's due July 5th, which is obviously really close to the date of the fight. That makes it interesting. I already got my flight booked coming back like 7 a.m. the next morning. So it's basically gonna be, I fight at like 10:30 and then eat some food, hang out for like a couple hours, not even go to sleep, then jump right on a plane and get back home just because I can't risk missing that. So it adds a little more pressure to get in and get out of that cage so I can get back home. Atlanta, here we come.
This is the player room, you know. Always after training, I love to like come in this room and play like, you know, video games. You can see my poster. This is my first main event in PFL. I finished this fight in the first round, but this guy is really, really tough. You can see like a lot of action figures of Dragon Ball Z because I love Dragon Ball Z. This is the part of my life, you know. I grow up like play video games like you can see here, like Super Nintendo, you know, Super Nintendo 64, like my first PS1. My favorite of Super Nintendo is like Power Rangers, brother. This is so cool. This is really, really nice. Mortal Kombat as well. Let me see if I have, yeah. I have football, you know. Many. Yes, this is my favorite. Like Mortal Kombat 3. But now I'm gonna play a little bit Warzone. This is my favorite game now. When I start to play, I'm addictive of this game, brother.
We are at the church. We are here to worship the Lord every weekend. And that's my license. I became a believer. I was 13 and I worked like 1 month in my mom's office just to pay for the guitar. When I bought the guitar, I leave. Regardless the fights, this really make me calm. And a guitar for me is like something I really love. I spoke to the pastor. I was a little bit concerned, not with only you, but with your generation, because I felt you with this lack of dreams. Like when I was 13, I always knew I want to be a fighter. When I saw the walk-ins, the guys walk-ins to the ring, it was not a cage, I was like, my God, I want to do that. The dream was immediately in my heart. This is the most cool thing in the world. So for me, it was not like what I going to do. It's like, was the difficult was how I going to become an athlete. Try ask inside yourself, like, what I gotta put in my heart to do.
Last day before flying out to Atlanta. It's hard out here. Just cool down for going home, packing, and then time to fly out, fight week. Looking forward to it. This is my jam right now. On repeat, can't go wrong.
I'm Sadi's strength and conditioning coach, and for this camp, the main focus has been putting on the muscle and putting on the strength from the last camp that we might have lost, just from the break in between the camp, as well as adding some just power and focusing on his aerobic gas tank as well as his anaerobic gas tank the closer we've gotten into the fight. My prediction for the fight is I just think Sadi's going to do his thing. He's going to go out there, he's going to show what he's always shown, and he's just going to be him, and he's going to get the job done.
How did Olena feel?
Looked good. Hoping there's going to be a stoppage because there's a nice little sequence where she had a Muay Thai clinch. She got like six knees in a row. And I was like, but win to win, playoff bound, we're going to have two people going back to the playoffs again. Let's go.
I'm so proud of her. She did very good.
Let's see what we're gonna do. I'm preparing food for next week, so food without salt.
So we prepared some food that we're gonna bring with us. Like I said, we're eating the food. That's fair.
I'm not eating this. There's no way. There's no taste. We tried to make it tasty, but I don't know. It's for fight week.
For fight week, it works. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward to the fight week again. I love PFL because like it just takes a couple of weeks and then you're back on it. But now when the season actually starts and the fight starts to go up, I enjoy it. My goal this season is to get 4 victories on stoppage, so 25% down. Hopefully next week 50% down. I don't want to stare at the paycheck, but it's a huge paycheck, so it's hard not to think about it. So we just have to wait and see how I'm gonna react when I get the second one.